Hello everyone, once again this is Commander Trium. It took a bit longer than was anticipated to get through at the store. But we're back now, and at Polyakov Station Duamta system. And we're going to switch up to our freighter again. Now, when we last left our mission standings, we got access to, first stage access to a new engineer, which was a welcome development, but what did not happen was full access, and that's because he wants 100,000 credits earned off the bonds in combat before he lets you access his services. But we did get his star system and other contact information, so at least we can find him on the map now. One good session inside of a combat zone should be sufficient to earn our place. Well, that's interesting. This is a Federation planet, but it's in Ed Mayen's group. So he's the patron of the system. see what we got for stored modules here. Just the switch over to we really should have a repair limpet. Okay. Pair limpets up to type 5. Let's switch back for a second to the Anaconda. Okay, we'll be right back after a short break. Just stand by. We're not going to end the video feed. This will just take a moment. Our target has changed from polygon of station we're within a few credits of the maximum. There's not a lot of differentiation. 67.68 versus 64.41. If we deliver to Wolf 45562.
at maximum capacity.
We may have discovered another bug. Well, folks, I don't know if you can still hear me, but if you can, it looks like the game has crashed once again. So we will have to restart the process. Please stand by. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Commanders. We are here once again in the Elite title screen. Getting set up for a new session following a process failure. Let's just use the opportunity to Hello there. Oh, you're using voice. Be advised, I'm in the star map right now. I'll take a look at your text messages as soon as I get back. Oh, there you are.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, what's up?
Are you experiencing game failures? Like, Elite has started to crash. The process seems to crash every so often when you go into the galaxy map.
No, I haven't had anything like that.
I wonder what the hell I did to my system that did this. One other person I've had with experiences today, but his system's kind of unreliable to start with. So
No, I've been playing all day and I haven't had any problem with it.
What are you up to right now? You're very close to my position.
I'm currently hunting down landmines to unlock Liz Ryder, the engineer.
Oh, okay.
So I just finished up hunting my last Thargoid scouts. I got over 2,000 of them and made my way to Elite.
So you must have access to that engineer who wants combat bonds already.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did that one.
I just did that one today, actually, and now he wants 100,000 credits earned from combat bonds. So, if you want to go on a hunt for Thargoid pods, I'd be up for that.
Sure, I mean, you want Thargoid, like, you mean scouts?
Yeah, the Thargoid scouts.
Yeah, they're about 10,000 a piece, so you only need 10 if you do that.
Okay. No, I've killed more than... I'm in the middle of a cargo run right now, but as soon as that's finished, I could get on that. Plus, you have to finish your mission.
I don't know how long it's going to take. I've got to find 200 landmines and then make it to where Liz Ryder is.
Liz Ryder.
I got to stop at
Oh,
one
yeah.
station, and they don't always carry very many, so you have to sort of skip around looking for them.
So you were invited already by the Eurobia Blue Mafia.
Yeah, I already did that part.
Christ, I hate these little surprises that they pull on you, like, oh, and by the way, I need this too. Like, I want to know what you need to open your, before I begin to go down this path. But, so you're going to enhance your missiles, eh?
The what?
You're getting Liz Ryder to enhance missiles, are you?
Actually, I just want to get past her. There's another one past her, but I have to get through her first.
Oh.
So whatever the next one is after her is, I can't remember what it is, but...
I think it's Zachariah Nemo, if memory serves. He's fragmentation cannons, multi-cannons. You have to know Elvira Martuk, and you have to have gained access to Zachariah Nemo, because the party of Yoru invited you. Okay. So anyway, but I can certainly go on the Thargoid hunt after a little bit, and you're close, like I said, so it would be.
Well, if you go to let's see, the system I was just in. Let's see, it was. Let's see, let me look it up. Hold on.
Okay. I'm just gonna. I have to go.
HR 1257. They're all over the place. You find them every 15, 20 seconds.
I was headed to the Sol system to see if they were going there next, because Commander Plater was saying that they're going to hit Earth at some point.
Well, I don't think they've showed up there yet.
No.
But, I mean, if you go to like I said, HR 1257, which is only about, let's see here, it is, let me bring it up on my map here.
And I have to go to one of the many wolf systems. Let me just see here. I have to go to Wolf 562. Wolf 562. Engage.
It's about 55 from where I am now. But if you go to HR 1257 and then you stop at Jacoby Platform,
yeah.
And every time you come out of there, I mean, you can refuel, rearm whatever you need out of there.
Okay.
And then that's where I've got my Thargoid hunter sitting there. But we can wing up and shoot tons of scouts if you want.
Yeah, are the anti or the AX class weapons, are they more effective against the pods, or in the?
Oh
yeah. Yeah.
They're great against the scouts, but they're not so great against like other non-scouts. Like I had someone drag me out of Super Cruise, a pirate, and scan me, and he was wanted. So I started to shoot him, and I just kept shooting and shooting and shooting. It didn't do anything to him.
No, it won't.
He just decided to fly off, and he left me alone. I was sitting here just pounding away on him with like AX multi-cannons, and it didn't do anything.
Yeah, no, they're totally anti-Thargoid. But if you go, I mean, the one time I went after the pods before this in mass, like I winged up with 4 or 5 people, well, 4 people, and we went hard into a system that the Thargoids had targeted, and we kept them out of the system, not ourselves, but we and like all the other commanders that beat the crap out of them, as has been the trend. What's the HR system, by the way? Sorry.
HR 1257.
HR 1257. Let me just get familiar with its location. Is it all one word?
No, HR space 1257. 1257.
Because it's not finding it. It won't find it.
Let's see. It is near.
I don't know why I won't find it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Found it. I had to actually click the play button, or it wasn't going to find it for some stupid reason. Okay. Okay, so, and this is a Thargoid target system?
Yes.
Okay. So what we'll do, we'll put a marker. Wow, this map is screwing up full time. Okay, Jacobi platform, there it is. Alright. I can at least put Thargoid target.
I have a question. Like, if we wing up and we like go shooting them, when we shoot them, do we share, or do we all get the same amount, or how do they divide up what you do?
Well, with the Thargoids, it's all the same amount, but I think.
I shoot 10 and you shoot 0. You get 10. You get like credit for 10, or do you get credit for none?
Ordinarily, if it's just like, you know, Joe Schmo wanted pirates, then it tends to be split up between the commanders who do the most damage, so. But you still always get a minimum amount. I mean, you're not gonna come away from it with nothing. If they're a valuable target, you'll come away with. So I mean, some targets you're gonna get in a case like this. Some targets, if they handle it that way, you'll get the bonus. You'll get the larger share of the credit. And in other cases, you might not. But it doesn't really matter. They all attack at the same time. We'll be very busy.
I don't care about the money or anything. I was just trying to do it so I could help you, and I didn't want to, like, if it's not divided evenly, I didn't want to take something that you need. So.
Oh, no, I don't care. I just need the bonds. Like, I need 100,000. I can sit there all night, and it won't bother me. By the way, what time zone are you in?
Eastern.
Eastern, okay. So you're in where? New York? Just out of curiosity. Florida. Oh, yes, that's right. You're in Florida. You're the guy in Florida. How's the weather down there?
Well, we just finished a bunch of rain from the tropical storm coming through, but other than that, it's okay.
Yeah, those things suck. Although, you don't get tropical storms on the prairies where I'm from. You certainly get storms that are rather short and intense. And they spawn tornadoes. Yay! I guess a tropical storm might spawn a few tornadoes as well.
Well, it didn't hit us directly, so we just got a little bit of rain from it. It didn't do much.
No real damage.
When we're used to full hurricanes hitting us, this was nothing.
Yeah. Well, I just don't understand why people there don't make their homes out of cement. There.
Mine is made out of cement, so I don't worry about it too much.
No, I mean, obviously you're okay to sit there through a hurricane. My mom was in Florida for a hurricane back in the late 1950s. She was visiting Florida for some reason. She talked about this storm, and they were like driving around this hurricane in like a 1950s car. If you can imagine this.
It was probably a nice heavy car, so it wasn't going to get blown off the road.
Oh, back in those days, they built cars to withstand nuclear attack, I think. Not like today's fiberglass vehicles that are full of, well, they're full of safety features, but they'll...
Yeah, they have crumple zones. They're meant to.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, kick me here so that you can like have more repairs and pay the dealership more money. Okay, so we have an inventory, yes, and we are going to the wolf system. 569, I think. I keep forgetting which wolf system it is. 562, I beg your pardon. Getting closer. I have an anaconda now. So I can actually fight meaningfully. Are you using an anaconda yourself, or...?
No, I'm using a
Oh, yeah. The Alliance Chieftain, eh? I have to buy one of those at some point.
I tried using a federal gunship and the federal assault ship, and I loaded them both up, and I didn't like either one of them. They both have better hardpoint choices, but they're so slow. I just didn't like, they weren't maneuverable enough for me. So
No, their primary function is to zero in on a target to point blank range, and then shoot the hell out of it with their forward mounted weapons.
They've got great like hardpoints for it, because the chieftain is missing a hard point. So it's, I only get, you're allowed to have 3 or 4 AX weapons, and
Oh no.
the chieftain only has room for 3. So I go one short.
I took 5 AX weapons. I've got a pretty good assortment. Plus, on the Anaconda, you can have a huge gun port. This thing is a class 4 pulse laser. It's like massive, and I don't think you want to be hit by it. I think the Thargoids will feel it when I hit them with it. The scouts will, anyway. Okay, jumping. Here, while we're waiting for that, let's do this.
They got my landmine.
2, 1. Jumping the ship.
What's that noise? Something.
Hey?
Oh, wingmate. Okay. Let's see.
There you go.
I heard the beep and I didn't know what it was.
That's when you join in a wing. Oh my god, I'm flying between 2 suns. That's always fun. What would be really fun is flying between 2 white dwarfs.
Fly between 2 pulsars.
Yeah, neutron stars. The neutron stars and pulsars are the same thing, but... okay, first of all, I have to scan. Here's the scanner. Must scan. Scan, scan, scan. There's no planet. Oh, there are some planets here, but... oh. I can't really tell if there's... I don't think anyone's in this system. Okay, this is the second jump. And we deliver our tantalum here.
Let's see. Demolition Unlimited.
Yeah, when you buy your Anaconda, you definitely want to buy it from inside Li Yongrui's territory. I saved like 20 million credits off the sticker price.
Oh, was it 10 or 15%?
15, and he extends it to everyone. You don't have to be part of his faction.
Yeah, I think that's where I bought my first Anaconda was there, but I pretty much, since I made Elite, I just go to the Jameson.
Oh, okay.
It's 10% automatically for everything, so I don't pay much attention anymore.
So you don't use an Anaconda as your primary warship?
No, not much. It's like I said, I skip around and use a lot of different things. I haven't used the Anaconda in a while. Sometimes I get in it for fun, but lately, for the past few weeks, I've been in the Chieftain almost exclusively.
You just like the Chieftain?
Yeah, I got in when they started this bonus weekend this weekend.
Yeah.
I got in my cutter and filled up filled it with
cargo. Yeah.
And so I can carry 720 cargo in it. So I was jumping around doing cargo runs for a day or two. So it was okay, but I wasn't making any significant money that way. So I stopped doing it and went back to chasing thargoids.
Yeah, most of Sunday I was down with flu, or like a 24-hour flu. A bug got me. So, I was asleep. I couldn't keep my eyes open. Like, I just slept right through the day. And I woke up on the far side. It was Monday, which is not a holiday in Canada. And I was like, oh yeah, they still have the long weekend in the States. So they're gonna... The Brits are like appealing to the American market and honoring Memorial Day. I don't think it's a holiday in England either. Otherwise it would be a holiday here. But we did have May long weekend. It was just a week earlier, and it was in celebration of Queen Victoria's birthday. I don't know if they celebrate that in England anymore either. She's only 260 years old or something now.
Yeah, but did they have like any kind of holiday for the royal wedding?
No. There was a lot of royalists here in Canada that like took a special interest in it, and I was just like, oh my god. I didn't like his outfit. Apparently it's the traditional outfit for the royal wedding, and I'm being attacked by a federal gunship again. So the hell with this.
Well, a lot of people here watched it on TV. Everyone loves watching it.
Oh sure, it's aristocracy, right? And everyone loves a bit of aristocracy. It's why American movie stars, like, you'll watch the red carpet events in the United States, because the adopted aristocracy is not knights and kings or hereditary aristocracy. It's people who have made it in the entertainment industry, carry the adoration of millions of people. You know, who is Brangelina going on about next, or those two I heard like could basically hold court wherever they were. So it does exist in the States in a form. And it's just as good as the one in England, I think. I mean, Buckingham Palace is a huge business. The Queen, even without her earnings that she was used to make from the government, she used to be paid like a stipend from the government. If she is now, it would just be symbolic, because most of her income is derived from her land holdings throughout Great Britain.
Well, it's good to be royalty, I guess.
Oh, they have lots of money. I mean, don't think that the British monarchy is going anywhere. They could depoliticize the British monarchy and there would still be a queen. Like, Queen Elizabeth isn't going anywhere. She's way too popular. King Charles, on the other hand, might be another story. He's not as well liked. And if he's not very careful during his administration, he will sink the monarchy politically. But
well, everyone seems to like the young ones, so...
Yeah, the young ones, they definitely have paid attention to learning the family business, but Charles was never a huge fan of it. He thought he's a child, like he's a baby boomer, right? So he's like a creature of the 1960s and rejection of authority and all this other crap. Hopkins Port. Sorry, go ahead.
You know, here we love watching them over here because, especially like Diana and now the new, his new wife, with all these like non-royal people that are getting hitched up with them.
Oh sure, yeah. Especially he got married to an American, didn't he?
Yeah.
So she now becomes an American princess. There's never been one of those before.
Yeah, but everyone's like, everyone's dream, I guess, to be a princess. So now it's like makes it believable that can happen.
That it could happen. My brother actually met Eddie at a bar in Calgary a number of years ago. He was apparently quite a brash fellow. But I mean, it doesn't take too many YouTube videos. I mean, I remember seeing one of him running around naked in his hotel room, hotel room filled with both guys and girls. And he's like, I don't know what the hell he was naked for, but anyway, he's like running around and trying to, like, I think, get down these girls' pants, and he's on YouTube all the while, like, Buckingham Palace was like not amused.
He's running around like a normal young guy.
Well, that's pretty much his attitude. Like, I think he realizes that he has to now portray a much more mature image. That's one of the reasons they sent him to the military, right? Was to like shake that freaking YouTube video for clear off, because he needed some discipline. So nothing brings discipline like the military.
Yeah, it's also a very honorable thing for a royalty to do. Go into the military, then they can say, "Oh, I've been part of it." So
yeah, well, he served in Afghanistan as well, so he's been to the battlefield. That's more than I can say. I'll probably never get to see a battle. Well, get to see. I don't think I want to see a battlefield, but I don't anticipate seeing a battlefield at any point in my life.
I'm past that too, so I'm done with that.
Have you been in the military?
Oh yeah, I was in the military for 24 years.
Oh, good for you. We thank you for your service.
Oh, thanks.
People don't say that enough. I actually do respect the military, and had things gone slightly differently, I would have spent time in the military as well. There was a program for funding my degree, which could have ended up putting me in a JAG office somewhere, starting off as a lieutenant in the officer training program. But by now I'd probably be, I don't know, major or colonel, I think, by this point in my career. Just by virtue of age. I know it's done by merit to a degree, so.
I've got someone trying to interdict me now with my landmines.
But you know what my passion would have been in the military? Flying would have been what I'd go after. Unfortunately, it's very competitive. You basically need a PhD level education to get into a jet fighter in this country. We don't have the numbers of, like, we have a lot of territory to patrol, and it's done by fighter jet. So our largest military component is our Air Force, but there's still only 30 million people here. So we've got a huge territory and only 30 million people to support it. There's limits as to how far we can go. Fortunately, we have the US at our back, and we're well aware of it.
Yeah, it's not, you don't really have to worry about us invading you, so.
No, the Americans would simply never put up with it. It would just be like, no. No.
Let anyone invade you either. So.
No, I don't think so. It's not in your interest to do so. So as long as that remains true. Oh shit! I'm gonna crash into this. Sorry, I almost crashed into a passenger liner. Talking to you about the military, it's like, oh shit! All of a sudden, I'm sideswiping this big passenger beluga liner.
I got some guy trying to interdict me while I'm landing on a planet here. Python. I don't think he's thinking too well.
Scanning detected. Okay, so we're delivering tantalum to this starport. Yay! Fitting our giant ships with space doors. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with the Type 9's hauling ability. Like, anytime I have large volumes of cargo I have to move in order to make money, I pull out the Type 9. I won't even really bother with the other ship. Not seriously.
I tried making a Type 9 miner. Figuring, it's nice and big, it would hold a lot, it's got good hard points.
Yep.
I didn't like it too much. I ended up going back to, I think it was Type 6, the best one I found so far.
What I'm seeing in your analysis, the commonality in your analysis, is the fact that these ships are not particularly maneuverable. These are larger ships, right? Large ships weigh more mass, and it takes more energy to move them. So you're not going to be moving Type 9s and Anacondas very quickly.
Type 9 for mining was more about how long I like to mine. And with the Type 9, you can sit there forever mining. It takes a long time to fill it up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I'm usually tired and done with it before I ever fill it up. So I really don't need anything that big.
Yeah.
I do what I want. Basically enough to fill about a Type 6, and then I'm tired of it and I go do something else. And so I just didn't need anything that big.
Did you watch Obsidian Ant's chat? Was it last on Friday? He had a bunch of commanders that have webcasts of their own. All the there were 5 of them in total, and they were all together in the same room somehow. Of course, they're all in England.
A bit of it. He had it was almost 6 hours worth of it.
Yeah.
2 sections, 2-3-hour sections, I think.
I didn't watch all of it, I readily admit, but he talked about the future and about the type of gameplay we have here versus other games, and it depends what you're looking for, but I think they're trying to have Elite be what you make it. What they seem to be onto right now, in general, is making it more malleable for players to... I mean, there's been a lot of player groups with the advent of squadrons coming that are banding together in order to get access to the fleet carrier, right? So, as an officer in one of these wings, you can get access to the fleet carrier and maneuver that around. I don't think someone like you would be all that impressed with it, to be honest with you, because it's a giant ship that carries other elite class vessels. So,
well, actually, I thought about doing it just so I could have something to put all my ships in one place.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be on. I don't think you have... I mean, buying one as personal property would probably be prohibitively expensive, but I can't say it would never happen.
Well, it depends on what they charge for it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think those decisions have been made yet, but definitely there is a need for something beyond the Wells-class transport carrier to get ships moving all together as one from one part of space to another. The Wells class, what's its range limit? I heard 150 light years. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I just heard it rumored somewhere that there's a ship out there with 150. The capital ships in this game do have nicer... They jump further in a single jump. It's probably one of the reasons that you could jump something like a Coriolis space station 21,000 light years to Colonia by accident. Which, as we all know, did happen.
Well, let's see. I just showed up at this engineer, and they said they have nothing for me to do. Let's see.
What?
Well, you choose what, when you open the menu, it says modify your module or browse all. Under modify your module, all it lists is one thing for me, armor. And when I pick it, it brings up my lightweight alloy, which already has a grade 5 legacy mod on it.
Okay.
And I go to select it so I can convert it. Normally it converts it over so you can do the new mod.
Right.
But this one is... But it says, we're not capable of converting this module. It does not have the blueprints required. And then there's no choice.
Blueprints?
So I can't do anything.
What blueprints do you need?
Apparently she goes, I don't know, maybe she doesn't go high enough for that. I don't know. I don't know what she's trying to do, and then I don't have any, let's see, hull reinforcements. I don't have any on this ship. I don't have any torpedoes, mines, or missiles, so really there's nothing I can do here.
Not until you have missiles. I'm sure with missiles you'll see a different set of options presented, but you'll have to get a couple missile racks for upgrade.
That's not good, because I need to do something here, or else they won't give me the next, engineer. They won't invite me to the next one until I do something here. So let's see, what can I do? There we go. I can put in a hull reinforcement. I can do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. 5,008 on tantalum, profits 1.8 million. Yeah, cha-ching.
Incoming message.
Let's see. There we go. Now I can do hull reinforcements.
Haha.
Let's see. We want to do what's a good thing for thermal, kinetic, heavy duty, blast, lightweight reinforcement. What's that?
I don't know.
It just reduces mass. Okay. Blast, heavy duty, heavy duty.
I think I don't know.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
I wonder how many you got to do before you get the next, like, invite for the next person.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, engineers have started to get kind of weird at this level because I have all the basic engineers. But now that I have the Anaconda, and I like my Anaconda, unlike some people,
I like the Anaconda, I just don't use it much.
Oh, you do have it and you do put it to use.
Occasionally I like going into a resource site and blasting away at things.
It's really a good warship. I mean, that Type 4 weapon, that huge-ass weapon, if it's on gimbal, holy crap, rip crap apart faster than you can. I mean, I've taken apart Cobra, like, tiny little fighters in 3-4 shots with that thing. I'm sure of it. Of course, I still want to upgrade it. A lot of people use a plasma cannon in their Class 4 huge slot.
Those are hard to aim.
They really are, and they're fixed weapons. But I'm astounded at how many commanders will use the fixed weapons over the gimbaled or turreted weapons, especially when the turreted weapons are the ones that are your sort of workhorse weapons that will take apart threats that are near your ship, which you may, like, you can't even with VR. I'm wearing a VR headset. I don't have 360-degree situational awareness like I should, like you would expect in the 34th century. For God's sake, we have it now in the F-22 fighter and in the F-35, so why not in the future? Okay.
There we go. Let's do browse.
Oh yeah, we want to go to commodities menu and we want to change our commodities.
Have you used missiles or torpedoes much?
Oh yeah, I use well, torpedoes do shitloads of damage if they hit. If they hit, you've all but won the battle already. The problem is that these things are too few in number. You get like a few of them to fire, and you never get like a rack of torpedoes to rearm it very quickly. Whereas the missiles, there's lots of them. They work well when shields are depleted on targets. And seeker missiles, yeah. So, I mean, and a lot of the NPC ships don't even carry countermeasures for some reason. I thought they would, but they don't, so missiles are effective. Against targets which do have countermeasures, however, it's tough to hit them, especially if they've got the point defense weapon. That thing is hyper-accurate at very close range, so you got to be careful. I mean, the explosion might get through, it might hit your shields or something, but it's not, I mean, it basically renders the missile inert as a factor in most battles.
Let's see. I'm modifying a seeker missile for high capacity.
Okay. That's a good idea.
I guess that way I get more of them, I guess.
Okay. If I could, I would like to have more explosive potential, make missiles more torpedo-like.
effect is more damage.
Oh, take that.
Per second.
Yeah.
There's also, let's see, power, integrity, mass, rate of fire, and damage per second. Overloads.
Oh, overload sounds good.
That converts explosive damage to thermal damage. Then there's thermal cascade that interacts with the shields. Emissive amplifies signature. Nope, I don't want that one.
Okay.
Disrupt the engine's exhaust flow. Well, that's weird. There's one that will temporarily prevent the engine power distributor from increasing thrust on your enemy, whatever that is.
Oh.
That's weird. I think I like the oversized one. More damage.
More damage, yeah. Okay, so we don't want tantalum now. We have to go back and deliver what? Advanced catalyzers. So, hang on here. Technology. Advanced catalyzers. Import icon. I love this commodity map. It's very helpful.
Are you using the in-game one or a different one?
No, the in-game one. I mean, I do use the out-of-game... I use the EDDB as well to figure out which is the most lucrative systems in the galaxy. And then I go there and make the most money that's possible for my criteria.
I went to, let's see, what was it? I went to Felicity Farseer earlier today, and I went to do some upgrades and do the special effects on a couple ships, and I got there, and she needed grid resistors because of the bonus weekend. It lowered everything down. So
yeah.
Everything needed grid resistors, which I didn't have any of. I'm like, you're kidding me? It's like a single, it's a grade 1 material. I had none of. I'm like, so I had to go find a trader to trade for it.
Oh my god. Technology, advanced catalyzers, there they are. Number 1, there's a huge number of them here, really cheap. Confirm.
Hold at maximum capacity.
They're only 1138 here. I'm gonna make a killing on these freaking things. Agriculture refinery. Okay. So, what's the next thing that they're buffing in the game? I heard what they were doing with 3.1. There's speculation about planet atmospheres. Obsidian Ant is pushing that. It's his personal agenda. Get the frickin' atmospheres done, so that we can at least on some of the atmospheric worlds go and visit them and take their minerals or land on them or whatever. I mean, from a pure graphics and programming standpoint, there isn't a lot there, I don't think, in terms of just presenting what a planet would look like with an atmosphere. They already do it, in fact.
But are they going to create the actual flying effects of an atmosphere? You know, how they do it for looks is one thing, but how is the drag caused on all these ships? Every ship is different shape, and how that affects it is significantly difficult.
Yeah, some ships might not be able to go into atmospheres at all.
You know, they'd have to do that. It's like, okay, this ship, and this ship cannot go into atmosphere. They would just crash.
Well, the Corvette would be my first target for, like, limiting. Like, you're not going to land a federal Corvette on an Earth-type world. Like, it just isn't on.
Some of them are big boxes. Like a Type 7 is just a big cube.
Yeah.
How's that going to fly through the atmosphere?
Well, never mind the Type 7. What about the Type 9? It doesn't really. All the freighters are basically for in space. But then again, some of these planets have cities, right? We know that Earth has cities from Elite 2 Frontier, the predecessor game to this one. that was released in the 1990s for the Amiga platform and other platforms like it. And yeah, you could go to Earth and you could land in New York, you could land in London or Tokyo or any of the really big cities on Earth.
My computer froze. I'm in the middle of updating my, doing modifications, and it's just spinning. It says generating modifications. It's not going anywhere. And I can't get the screen to go away either.
I know. See, if you had a VR helmet, you wouldn't be stuck here like this.
I'm in VR, what do you mean?
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So where are you? You're seeing it on the monitor though. The game doesn't work right now.
Your game isn't working?
No, I'm saying isn't. So your game is not working right now.
Well, like I can bring up the let's see. I can bring up the galaxy map.
You could just end the process that's causing the problem. Maybe it's wear fault.
Well, the problem is the process in the. I'd have to get all the way out of Elite Dangerous because basically it's just one of those Elite Dangerous screens. I can't task manage it from the computer.
Is Elite updating itself right now?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I can go to other screens, but I'm stuck with the engineering screen in front of me. It doesn't do anything. It just sits there.
Oh, I see. Okay. Now I follow.
Hold on, I'm gonna dump out of this thing. I might have to call you back.
Okay. Oh, he has disconnected. Launching to Hopkins Port. Launching, sorry, from Hopkins Port. And now, we'll move outside the station.
Landing coupler disengaged. Clear for departure.
Oh!
Towards you to resume own navigation. Federal flight control
Okay.
signing off.
We're out of power.
Incoming hail.
And hello once again.
Hey, I just got out and rebooted it, and it came back.
Okay, so
It's good now, whatever it was.
let's go invite you to the wing again. And then we can leave voice comms behind. There you go. I don't know if you've done a lot of wing play, but there are some things you should know. If you go to your chat window and tab over into the under multi-crew where it says Wing and Commander Trium,
Okay.
you will see Engage Wingman. You'll see a marker there. It says Engage Wingman Navlock. What that feature does is it locks onto my wake trail so that when I jump, you follow. Okay? We're not quite done yet. We're not quite done yet. If you go underneath where it says Options and you go Enable Wing Beacon, as I have just done, it becomes possible to track your wingmen wherever they go. Like inside the system, there'll be a little blue dot will appear, or something will appear in your reticle to tell you where I am, and it will tell me where you are if you engage if you click Enable Wing Beacon. So you should always, in other words, you should always enable Wing Beacon, but you might want to turn the nav lock off, because if you don't, under certain conditions, you can end up in an endless jump loop where you jump, and because you're following me and I'm supposed to be following you, you end up jumping and then following me and then coming out of hyperspace right away. And it just goes around in a stupid circle. So you have to disengage the nav lock for the leader of whoever's leading the trail of wings behind has to turn off the nav lock.
So one person leads and everyone follows that one person.
That's right. That's how it works. Okay? But for now, you can simply engage both of them because you'll probably follow me unless I follow you. It doesn't really matter. It's not like I'm the leader and you're the leader. I don't really care. We're still equal, but someone has to decide, okay, which star system are we going to, and when we jump together.
Well, I think pretty much we're going to end up in the same star system to start with and pretty much stay there if we're just hunting scouts. So that,
right.
Going out of super cruise, I don't think it'll matter much.
No.
Uh-oh. Okay. Here we go.
Okay, I have to head back to Dwamta, pick up my Anaconda, and then we'll go and beat up some Thargoids.
Okay, well, I just finished my engineering and I got my invite to the next one, so I'm going to head over there too.
Okay. Proceed. So many Americans have joined the military, and there's, especially in Elite for some reason. As much as I still appreciate your service, you're not alone here. There's like lots of former soldiers that are playing Elite.
Let's see here.
Of course, I'm sure it doesn't seem exactly military.
Any kind of information released that gave the demographics of who people are playing, where they are, what they do, ages, all kinds of information like that. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, well, the company is going to jealously guard that, I'm sure.
Well, they don't have to add names to it, but it'd just be interesting to see, what kind of player base they have.
They would look at it from like the perspective of competitor games. What they would do with that level of information and how they might change the design of their games to appeal to the same demographic.
That makes sense.
So they would be reluctant, I would think.
Let's see here.
But at the same time, yes, it would be interesting. Very interesting, in fact.
Let's see, I've got 3 jumps to get there.
We may see some statistics at some point of a variety of sorts. They may, group people together in different categories, like different subcategories, to give an overall view, a high-level view, and not go too low-level to explore. Not enough detail to explore demographics from a competitive advantage, but just for those who are interested. Trade secrets being what they are. Weapons fire detected. Threat 4. No! Yeah, you're moving that way now. I'm not going to take any targets of opportunity. A couple have passed me as unknown signal sources, but I don't think it's a good idea right now. Okay. Polyakov Station.
Wing symbol that I have up on my, in front of me now. It's got your name. I guess it's got your location.
Yep.
It's got a circle with a plus in it. What does that mean?
Well, it's just the symbol is the plus symbol is associated with me specifically. So when you see the plus symbol on another ship, it'll mean that I'm targeting that ship, for example. If you see it on me, well, that's because I'm the plus symbol. For me, you're a hexagon.
Okay.
So
each of us have a different shape, so we can tell who's who. I got
it. And tell who's targeting what in the battle quickly.
Okay.
Symbols are a little bit more battlefield friendly, I guess. It doesn't take.
Any scouts yet?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done battle with them before. But I haven't done battle with them in an Anaconda. This will be my first run at them in the Anaconda. So I could theoretically end up declaring I'm fleeing in order to... Because if my ship isn't outfitted properly for combat with them, then I may decide I'm in too deep shit, and I don't want to lose my Anaconda, although I can afford to. I don't want to.
Well, my little chieftain is basically hull tank, so they shoot and shoot and shoot and nothing happens to me.
Hull plating? So,
I've got so much hull reinforcement on it that nothing happens to it, even when I move my shield.
How many hull integrity points do you have?
I'll have to look at it when I get there. I can't look at it right now.
I have, like, the Anaconda for me has, like, something in the neighborhood of 2,000. It gets a spare military slot, which I put towards hull reinforcement. Because I've got the lightweight alloy hull at the moment. And the advantage there, of course, is that I can jump nearly 40 light years clear. It's 39 and change, unladen. Which is pretty good for an Anaconda.
Yeah.
But that also tells you how much money I have to spend on its armaments and whatnot. But it has held its own in several NPC battles to date, so it might be ready to handle some of these Thargoid scouts.
Well, there's a lot of people fighting Thargoids here in this system.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them come in here and fight the bigger Thargoids, the Cyclopses and Basilisks and Medusas and stuff. And there's guys here that invite you into their wing just to go fight those. But my, the chieftain's not really made up to fight those, so I usually just turn them down and say thanks, but, I'm not that for that.
Yeah.
Most of my weapons are made for the scouts, so... And I don't have any... The neutralizer that keeps them from, powering you down. I don't have.
Well, you don't need it with the scouts. The scouts don't have the EMP.
Right. So
weapon.
That's why I don't have it.
So you don't need it. But if you fight the Cyclops or any of the Thargoid intermediate ships, I don't think those are the. By the way, I don't think those are the largest Thargoids we're going to see. Those barnacles are heavily. It's been heavily hinted in the game they're going to build something, and I think they're likely going to build base ships off of the surface of various planets and launch themselves into orbit. And then we'll be dealing with base ships. And that'll be such fun.
Trying to get into some of the larger ones. Oh yeah. I'm about ready to try to take on some Cyclops. Maybe I'll try those out next.
One question is, are you armed with AX weaponry or no? For this engagement?
Yes, I am.
You are. Okay, I will do the same thing. I'm just going to switch my ship after turning over my commodities to the market.
Oh, I just came up to...
Holy crap, I was right. Another 1.8 million. That's 3.6 million in the trade loop. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think so. It's pretty damn good. And now I'm allied with these people. The other reason I'm doing this is because I want to ally with the bases that I'm trading with, so I can get their access to their passengers and profit a little bit off the passenger rebuff where appropriate. Stormy Wing. No.
I was making about 4.5 million on basic medicines this weekend.
Yeah, plague planets are really fun. They make lots of money, and although you're profiteering off of other people's suffering, if you can ignore the philosophy of it, it's actually quite a good way to make money. Incidentally, I can ignore the. Go ahead.
I was delivering to the Vanguard, so basically they're in a war state. They were people there helping medicine, helping people fighting Thargoids.
Oh, okay. So I've got to arm my. Hang on, I'm entering the hangar now and switching over to the Anaconda. The current balance is. Ooh, I have 20 million credits, up from 10 when I started today. So... Okay. Starport services, please go to the shipyard and prepare to equip. Two stored ships.
The nice thing is there's a material trader here at the Jacoby platform.
No, that is good.
If you need to trade any data, they have one here.
No, I'm all full of data right now. I like to take those planetary scan missions, so I get lots of data from those. Stand by. Starport services now moving on outfitting. We must bring the AX... Oh, the AX weapons aren't here. Can I use the standard weapons on the pods and be as effective, or no?
You can use them, they're not as effective.
Well...
But you can use them.
Shit. Fuck. Okay, stored modules. We'll bring all my AX weapons here. Okay, I have the AX multi-cannon, class 2. Turreted. I have the AX missile rack 2B, turreted. The AX multi-cannon 3 Echo. We'll take 12 minutes to transfer these weapons. FYI.
Alright. Let's see. You were asking about my, let's see, where'd it go? I made it onto the platform, and I'm switching over to my chieftain.
Okay.
Let's see, you were asking about the hull on it. Let's see.
Yeah. How many hull points?
Hull points. It has 3,184.
Way more than me, and I'm flying an Anaconda. So that is impressive. That's a good tanking vessel, actually, that one.
Yeah, I've got, let's see, back.
What you have there is a tanker.
I have bi-weave shields, and my shield strength is only 453. So, and then
I have 826 shields, so...
2, 3, 4... I have 4 hull reinforcement packages and 1 module reinforcement package.
Okay. I also carry the F-63 Condor. I have a prismatic shield generator, which I can upgrade to Class 6 when there's money. There isn't money for that yet.
I'm using bi-weave shields. And then also my distributor is engineered for system focused with recharge. So it's mostly, basically, all it does is recharge the shields over and over and over again. And with the bi-weave, they come back really fast.
Yeah, I have a bi-weave shield generator on my freighter. It's not in the biggest slot, so that may be a factor, but the shields don't come back as fast as I would like, even for bi-weave. They come back quite at a good rate, but I think there's probably something wrong with the distributor, because they don't charge up right away.
I usually take on about eight scouts at a time, and they take me down about 10% of my hull after I kill them all.
Okay. So. I like to take the repair limpet, but there's also the, hang on, the anti-corrosion limpet.
I've got one of those, so I can get that stuff off of it if you need me to. So you don't have to pack it unless you want to.
I'm not sure yet if I want to do that myself. Give me a moment.
I use it all the time.
So do I.
They hit you with those corrosive missiles.
Every single time you engage them.
They haven't got me every time. If I kill them fast enough, they don't have time to use them.
Stored modules, where is the target anti-corrosion limpet? What type of collector limpet? What type of limpet is... Oh, here it is. Prospector, repair limpet.
It's decontamination limpet controller.
There we go. Collector... Where the hell did it go? It disappeared. I don't think I have the option even. Is there one at that base in the HR system?
Let's see. They have prospecting, hull reinforcement. I don't see one. No. So I don't think they sell them here.
Okay, 1 second. Decontamination limpet, found it. Okay, transferring to the station. It will be here in 12 minutes. It's the last component that I need.
Let's see.
Currently, I'm running overpowered by 1.04 megawatts. I have to decline. So, for this battle...
Yeah,
I'm going to take off my SRVs.
Yeah.
I don't need those. Okay, so at the moment, where's the SRV bay? There it is. Planetary vehicle hangar, transfer and store. Class 4 space is now opened. So I have the docking computer, the collector limpet, the cargo rack, which I'm going to want to use for something else, I'm sure. Okay. A cargo rack. What do we...
I had to unload a engineered pulse laser at Urabaya to put on those missiles, you know, so I could modify something to get the invite. So now I've got to transfer it someplace where I can use it.
Okay, now I have the 5A repair limpet as well. So I just need the decontamination limpet in my list of optional internals. Hard points are a different matter. We're going to keep the pulse laser at 4A. It'll do its thing. I'm skeptical that the class 4 pulse laser will do nothing to these pods. I'm pretty sure it's going to hurt.
I use a, let's see, I have a pulse laser that I use on them.
Yeah.
Because I have, like I said, I only have 3 AX weapons on here and the rest are pulse lasers because there were class 1 slots and there's no AX to go in class 1 slots. And so...
Oh, you need the enforcer cannon from parental. You need to work for him for a while and get your enforcer cannon so you can lay out all of your class 1 slots that way. Well, not all of them, but a couple.
I have a beam laser and 2 pulse lasers, and it does do damage to them. So it's slower, but it does do damage.
Okay.
It's just class 1. You know, if you're using a class 4, it'll be a lot faster than my class 1.
Yeah, I mean, I should... The only thing that the enforcer cannon from Parental Special Reserve doesn't cover. It's forward facing only, so you can only. It's like fixed targeting.
Yeah.
So I mean, all the weapons that the powers give you are fixed targeting. So. I put 2 class 1 cannons in those slots because they seemed like the best choice for class 1. I don't know.
You need to get a Vino scanner too.
Vino scanner?
Yes.
What's that?
Because it goes in your utility mount.
Oh, the Xeno scanner. Yes, yes, of course.
So
Thank you for...
You'll be able to see how much damage you have on them.
Yeah, in the last battle I didn't have it with me, and I was content just to kill them.
Just wait till they blow up. I like to see how much I got to go before they die.
Yeah. The Xeno scanner tells you what class of Thargoid you're dealing with, which is its main function. Here's my...
Actually, it does other things. It does, it will tell you how much damage they have, and you can actually scan the Thargoids and get, there is Thargoid-related class data that you can get. So it's, let's see.
We're down to 3 minutes on that. The decontamination limpet at 7 minutes. And the Xeno scanner. Where the hell did it go?
If you scan a you scan a scout, they have what's called ship flight data, and it's class 3. It goes in your class 3 inventory.
Right.
And there's also ship system data, which is class 4. So you can get information out of the scouts when you scan them.
Oh, that's good.
And I don't know what it's used for yet, but let's see. It says it's used by engineers when building upgrades, but I haven't seen any engineer use it yet. It says this material cannot be traded at any material trader. Oh well.
Xenoscanner arrives in 11 minutes, but all the other weaponry is here in 1 minute.
Okay. No big deal.
Oh, God. I should have done this earlier. What branch of the military were you in, just out of curiosity?
The Air Force.
Oh, my favorite! That's where I would have gone if I'd gone in. It would have been Air Force. My family has a tradition in the Air Force.
Do you ever use synthesis much?
Synthesis. Elaborate.
If you go into your menu where it tells you status, modules, fire groups, inventory, where you go to inventory, under materials and data, there's synthesis. You can make stuff with the materials you gather.
Yes, I do use synthesis for FSD overcharging.
Yes.
And I've used it in battle with SRVs in order to synthesize needed repairs on the battlefield, on planet. A set fire group reminder. I've made changes to the fire group panel. Stand by. Our parts are now arriving, so I can equip them. Outfitting. Hard points. The Seeker missile rack will keep. Beam lasers. Hold on here. The multi-cannon is a large hull point. Browse the shop. No.
Under synthesis for AX small caliber munitions, under the premium section, there's a list of materials, and one of the materials is Dargoid carapace.
Yes.
Have you ever seen that? Where is that?
I've never found carapace.
Well, whenever I shoot them and blow them up, their carapace is floating around in space.
Oh, it's like a petal off the flower-looking spaceship. Is that right?
Off the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I haven't. Other than that, I don't think I've ever seen the carapace. I haven't noticed anyway. Why? What does it give you if you make this thing?
It's premium for the small caliber, for the multi-cannon, and it gives you a plus 10% damage.
Oh, really? Okay. We have anti-Xeno missile racks. And we have a 3A missile rack. Just one, though. We'll take it. Transfer to the ship, and we'll take the 2 multi-cannons. Put them in the class 3 spots. Okay, so that's now on. So we've got a big anti-Xeno missile. Actually, this could end up being a better ship for fighting Thargoids than humans. Transfer. I need you to go 3E on the multi-cannon. Transfer to the ship again. We are going with the big gun. Holy crap, this thing looks deadly. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Even though I had it. Okay. Transfer options. Transfer. The 3E multi-cannon. Again. Transfer to ship. Oh, these things gobble down energy.
I bet.
Jesus. Okay. Now we have Class 2 weapons and Class 1s. We don't have any Class 1s, so we'll take the 2F... we have two choices, either the 2F multi-cannons or the 2B missile racks. I think I'll take the multi-cannons.
Yeah, I would.
And then we'll deal with our energy crisis right away. We're back under the limit for... Turns out the beam lasers eat up more than the AX multi-cannons. Okay, transfer. AX multi-cannon, where are you? Oh! We don't have a second cannon for that, so we got a beam laser imbalanced with a multi-cannon, but it's a nice beam laser. It's in a Class 2 spot. The rest of our AX weaponry is deployed in the Class 3 and Class 2 slots. I have no Class 4 AX weaponry. We are back on target for energy consumption at 30.09 megawatts of a possible 30.24 megawatts available with this reactor. So we're on track now. One moment. We'll just see how close we are to the other vehicle upgrades. I didn't know this was going to take so long to update this stupid thing. The Xeno scanner is here in 3 minutes. The decontamination limpet controller is here in 1. Less than 1, it says.
That's alright. I just changed out some stuff on mine.
Yeah.
I added a manifest scanner
Oh.
to my utility mounts because on some of the sections you drop in on, there are cargo ships that are fleeing the Thargoids.
Yeah.
And occasionally some of them are wanted. And I think the Thargoids are chasing them because they have
Valuable cargo?
they have Thargoid parts inside them.
Oh.
Thargoid sensors or whatever.
Right.
So I'm gonna scan them to see what they have in them that the Thargoids are chasing.
Gotcha.
And then I also changed out one of my beam lasers for a multi-cannon. Because like I said, the Thargoid, the AX weapons don't do any good against the regular ships. So my other 3 hard points that I'm not using for AX weapons, I'll use to take out any wanted, pirates that are out there too.
Yeah. Well, I've got the big gun for those people. They wanna.
Small hard points left over after my AX stuff.
Well, if you can take them out, it doesn't really matter which gun you use.
No.
Except for speed, maybe.
Well, I'll just, if I wait for the Thargoids to weaken them, I can finish them off.
Okay, storage modules, please. Let's get an update on this delivery. Still says the decontamination limpet controller is less than 1 minute. Could have sworn it's been over a minute. The Xeno scanner will arrive in 1 minute. So I don't know if we're going to see the decontamination limpet controller appear, which means I'll have to get you to help me out with that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Unless I redock with the station or something. It's stupid the way that this thing... It should just make it available. Like, why won't it make it available? For God's sake. Less than 1 minute on the Xeno scanner now. And still no decontamination limpet controller, which makes no sense since...
Oh, you mean it was supposed to be there and it never showed up, huh?
Yeah, it's just sitting here in transit. Here's what we'll do. We'll go back out of outfitting.
Let's see here.
What were you saying about inventory synthesis?
If you go into synthesis, you can, if you go in there, you can see how you can upgrade your munitions.
Yeah, you can upgrade them, but it's temporary. It reloads them, basically.
Actually, there is a mod you can do for, not for AX weapons, but for others, the auto reloader. If you upgrade them, once they fire, and it auto reloads them, it will reload them with the upgrades. So as long as you keep them full and never go back to, and never fill them up while you're at like a, when you go to a base, if you let them reload before they go to the base,
yeah,
then it'll always keep the upgraded premium stuff in there.
Holy shit. Okay. Okay, the decontamination limpet is now available. We're just waiting now on the Xeno scanner. Which means I have to sacrifice a 64 capacity cargo rack because there's nothing else to sacrifice.
You don't need much cargo for this.
Unless, of course, I want...
Don't forget to load up on your whatever limpets you need, though. You need a little bit of cargo.
Yeah, there's the Xeno scanner. Transfer to the ship. Oh, the Xeno scanner goes in utilities.
Yes.
Okay, I'll take out the chaff launcher. I hardly ever use that.
Yeah, I had a heat sink launcher I didn't need.
Okay, we've got the Xeno scanner now, and let me just double check with utilities to make sure everything is as it should be. The shutdown field neutralizer is en route as well, but it won't arrive for 54 minutes, and I'm not waiting that long. Okay, so utility mounts confirmed. 0 Echo Xeno scanner. Utility mount. It is confirmed. Okay, we now have to lay out our weapons. We have our energy throttled correctly. This is my anti-Thargoid ship for the moment. I can make some improvements, but... AX multi-cannons. Ah yes, fire groups. So, AX multi-cannons are not class 2.
Are your AX multi-cannons, you got the turreted ones, right?
Yeah, everything is turreted. My ship will fire automatically at anything it gets close enough to, including the cannons, which are also turreted. And so is the beam laser. It's turreted.
It was funny, the first time I tried turreted weapons, it was really bad for me because I ended up hitting a bunch of, like, the, local federal police people or whatever, because I was in a high resource site and going after people, and it was just shooting everywhere. It was blowing up people.
Oh my god.
So I was like, I wasn't aiming at the police, but because they flew in between me and my target, it just kept firing and firing and firing.
I thought they fixed that so that the reaction to friendly fire was a little different, was handled differently.
I don't know if the reaction was there, but it just keeps firing no matter who's flying through it or not. So.
Oh wow.
There is a mod you can do with the engineers that you can add to it, which is like an anti-friendly fire thing where it has smart rounds, where if there is a not targeted ship in between, it like they turn into dummy rounds so it doesn't hurt it.
Okay.
So, but you have to add that as a mod. You can't just, it doesn't come that way.
Okay, I have 7 different weapon configurations. Okay, and now we are going to get some limpets. So I'll probably need about 25 limpets, I figure. There's no cargo, so I may as well.
Oh, there's another question I had. There is in your functions, on your functions menu, there's a report crimes against me section.
What?
Did we turn that?
Oh, I see. It's, yeah.
Do we turn that off when we're fighting together, or if we accidentally hit each other, do we get like reported as a criminal?
No, that just tells you whether or not you're being targeted as a criminal, and I don't think it has anything to do with whether or not the game treats you as one.
See, I thought that if someone, with the report crimes against me, if someone shoots you, then it basically says, hey, police, this guy shot me, and then that person gets a fine or a bounty.
No, the report crimes mean it's reporting to you when a crime is committed.
Oh, so if someone shoots you, it's like, someone just shot you.
I mean, hang on. Report crimes, I'm just looking it up. Yeah, report crimes against me. I have it turned on. If I turn it off, it's not like now I can get away with anything.
No, I just thought it was like, that way you turn it off so that people that are like with you, if they accidentally shoot you, they don't become criminals.
No, it's not. That's not what... You won't be able... In a wing, you can't harm me anyway. We're in a wing, so we're protected against friendly fire. To a degree. I wouldn't say completely, because we can still actually damage each other with fire, but...
With turreted weapons, if we accidentally fly between, a target and the other guy, then you could actually accidentally get hit.
Yeah, well, be careful not to do that, then. Don't fly between... I mean, you do understand there is some strategy involved here in combat, so... You can't when you have a wingman, you can't just have all the freedom to shoot at whatever the hell you want, like some cowboy. If you're in it but with yourself only. Okay, I'm loaded up. I'm ready to go. Stand by. We are good on energy usage, I think. I don't know.
Remember to set up your turret weapon mode in your functions also.
Well, it's automatically set up as target only. Yeah.
Okay.
Synthesis. Go back to status. I need to get energy modules, energy cockpit canopy, hull reinforcement package. No energy. Frame shift wake scanner. We'll shut that off. Don't need that right now. Now at 94% usage. Okay, we're ready to go here. Headed for system HR 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No.
1257.
1257. Let's just go to the Thargoid bookmark that I set up. Thargoid target. Route plotted. There will be 2 white star jumps involved. I don't have a fuel scoop aboard, so we're gonna have to disable the jet cone boost. It doesn't change a damn thing. Will you look at that? Why the hell did it put me... Oh god, I hate the freaking white stars, and like they've just nerfed the hell out of them inside the bubble so that they're basically useless. Like you don't get very much benefit from hitting a white star and boosting your FSD with it. A neutron star is a totally different matter, but a white star, no. A white dwarf, I mean. Okay, launching. Headed towards you now. So we're actually moving. I hope the station is good for profit tomorrow. Usually they frickin' nerf the stations. They have to move across the cosmos to some other station, which takes you an hour.
Docking clamps retracted. Regulate speed to clear of exclusion zones.
Where's that at?
We have left the station. We are clear of the space doors. Aligning with target. Target 1, we are currently 4 jumps from HR 1257. Jumping the ship. Well, that's why the white dwarfs are useless, because my ship is jumping 40 years a shot. Of course, I have the light alloy hull reinforced with military modules to bolster armor plating, which takes it close to 2,000 hull points, but not anywhere near where you are. Jumping to the Aeon-G system. Ooh, we're behind a brown dwarf. Entering Trianguli Sector, Echo Whiskey, Bravo 1-5. Leaving the AONG system. And I think this is our last jump coming up. Should be. HR 1257 confirmed. FSD charging. No new astronomical objects observed in the system. Following a quick scan for exploration points, which are incrementing, oh, ever so slowly.
So, on the wing, when you're winged with someone, you can't see them on the galaxy map. Does that not show up?
Oh yeah, you can see me. There's a blue icon, a big flashy blue icon next to me on the, or cyan icon on the galaxy map. And now that I'm in system, I'm headed for Jacobi platform, and I'll be there momentarily, and you're coming up blue. No problems. Except I've overshot because I was talking again. And talking is not a good idea when you're approaching a starbase. Stand by.
Well, when you come in with green on your right, I'll be below you on the first pad.
Well, I can see you. I mean, you're kind of highlighted in my interface. You'll see what that means when I enter the station. It's not like you can make some sort of mistake about who I am. It's pretty obvious. You just don't have a scope right now to look at because you're docked with a station. Otherwise, you'd see a big blue mark on there too. Coming in as hot as we dare in this behemoth craft. 2, 1. Now at the station. Are you facing the door or away from the door?
Facing the door. I can see you coming around now.
Okay. As you can see, I am very acutely labeled. Jacobi platform. So why am I stopping here again? Oh, because we have to actually... What the hell is that thing in the doorway?
I don't see anything in the doorway.
2,000 meters from touchdown. Please fly safely, Commander.
I can't get past the ship. There we go. There's an ASP Explorer that's stuck in the doorway. It's likely going to be blasted out of existence, but I may be anonymous here now? No. It didn't mark me anonymous. What's that? Oh!
He's getting blasted right now.
Yeah. No, he's in the way, so fuck him. He has to die.
Hey, you're behind me now.
Okay. Okay, I don't have to do anything here, so we can just go.
Alright.
Except I'm going to clear off my universal cartographics, make sure my crew lounge is populated with my first officer. It is.
I'll be waiting outside the door.
Okay. Stand by. Leaving. Launching. We are ready for battle. Unless our shields are too wimpy. But I don't think they are, since I have better shields now than I do in the Python, and I bought them very successfully in the Python. Through the space doors, we are now free and clear to navigate. Okay, so where are our targets?
We have to go into Super Cruise, and then they pop up as non-human signals, and we want to pick either 3, 4, or 5. Grade 3, 4, or 5.
Wasn't there another way? And unless they're only using, well, I mean, I'll tell you this: if I'm not engaging a Cyclops like this, not with your ship isn't tough enough, I don't think, for a Cyclops.
No, that's why we're going to pick 3, 4, or 5. You can't go 6 or bond.
Well, 5 will give you a Cyclops potentially, but.
So if you jump first, does my ship automatically follow you, or what happens?
How have you configured? Yeah, you're configured on me, right? So just follow my wake pattern. Stand by.
Alright.
You'll get a low yield wake. Or you could just... So you should see a wake box there.
Yep.
You can point at it and engage your short-range jump.
I got it.
Okay, so which planet are they near?
They're everywhere. They're not. If you keep your speed way down, like just like 1 pip above total stop. Did you see one? It just popped up already right behind you.
Really?
Yep.
I can't see it. So you could theoretically go in there and I could follow you. Assuming I can, hang on, don't go yet. Just come to a near stop.
There's one now, another one popped up.
I don't even see any of these. Oh, there's one. There's one. I got one. Unidentified signal source. Non-human. Threat 4 will take it.
Yep, we'll take 4.
3,000, 2,000 kilometers. Okay, so you should follow me in here. Otherwise, I'll be by myself.
I'll be right behind you.
Okay.
There we go.
These are humans.
Yep.
We need to get out of the way here. I'm leaving the scene. It said non-human source.
Yep. This is them.
Oh, there they are. No, I'm staying here. They were attacking humans. Okay, weapons are deployed. My shields are taking hits. Letting them have it.
Alright.
One down, target destroyed. Okay. Target destroyed. Inbound target, he's attacking me. Switching to shields, regeneration. You should get on this guy as quickly as you frickin' can, because my shields are not going to last forever. You need to hit him, and fucking hit him hard. Holy fucking Christ. This thing, when it gets a beat on one of them, that is the end of it. Caustic damage detected. Stand by. No, I've got the decontamination. Stand by. Drone launched. Caustic substance has been neutralized. I've got 2 limpets working on my ship. One is repairing, the other has decontaminated. Shields are reassembling. What do we got for cargo here?
Oh, yeah, you can pick up all these Stargoid parts.
Propulsion elements, eh?
Yeah.
Sure.
Materials and stuff.
Okay.
I've already collected I've got them, like, I'm maxed out on all the parts, so I don't need any of them.
Limpet target out of range. Stand by. Moving into position.
The propulsion elements are the grade 5 ones.
Okay.
There's weapons parts that are grade 4, and wreckage components that are grade 3.
Yeah, stand by. I'm at 91%. I have to launch another limpet. Repair limpet launched. Oh. It's propulsion elements. Lining up the final one.
So it looks like, how many, if you look at your transactions, how many bonds did you get?
Transactions. Where the hell is that?
It's in your navigation menu, the second tab.
Right pane? Oh shit. Is it the right pane? Which tab are you talking about?
It's the left pane, it's the second tab.
I don't understand. Say, like, the second tab where?
If you, like on your left menu.
Thank you.
At the top, it says navigation and then
Yeah.
transactions.
Yeah. 30,000 credits Bond Pilots Federation. So I got credit for 3 of them. One of them you killed independently. But that means that we made 10,000 each off of all of them if we engaged.
Yeah, so it sounds like we can share them as long as we both hit them.
Yeah, as long as you both hit them, you can share in the profit. Okay, now at 95% hull restoration. Okay, what happened to those other things I was going after? Did they disappear? I guess they must have.
They're only
Okay.
If you look at them on your scope, the bottom there's a countdown timer underneath them when you look at them.
Okay. Well, I can't look at them now; they don't exist. But
Yeah, they're gone. But next time you'll see the countdown timer counting down.
let's have a look at your ship while we're here. It's not vital, but kind of curious. Well, you don't have as many decks as I do.
No.
Looks like you have 2 decks on that ship.
I don't actually. Let me look around. Hold behind me. Hold on a second.
Okay.
That's the nice thing about VR. You can look behind your chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another chair right behind me, like a half deck.
So 1.5 decks.
Yeah.
Where the hell did your ship go?
Where'd it go? What do you mean?
Oh, there it is. I'm in camera mode and I couldn't find your damn ship anymore.
Oh.
I'm just taking a quick once over here. I haven't had a close look at the Chieftain. I've destroyed lots of them, but they were usually flying by.
I like it. It's my probably second favorite ship.
Wonder why? Is it just the design, or?
It's because it's so maneuverable.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the hull certainly has that impression, like it's the ultimate maneuverability. So I see here a couple Class 2 AX weapons deployed and a Class 1 deployed.
Oh, I've got a Class 3, 2 Class 2s, AX weapons, and then 3 Class 1. Class 1 multi-cannon and 2 Class 1 pulse lasers on the side.
Yeah, your Class 2s are obviously on the top, on the dorsal side.
One underneath, too.
Yeah, ventral. You're in the Air Force? You don't know about dorsal and ventral? My goodness.
Oh, that's water terms. That's Navy.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Air Force is going to start absorbing some of those traditions as we move out into space, I suspect. Okay.
He's dividing up. He's making a new service.
I know, the Space Force. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I know. It sounds as probably will end up being... Its initial incarnation will no doubt be poorly organized by a real estate con artist.
No, he's just following what the military's telling him to do. They've planned this stuff for years.
He doesn't always do as he's told, though. I suspect his intelligence agencies aren't telling him everything, and he probably doesn't like... Well, they never tell the president absolutely everything. But they tell him what he needs to know when he needs to know it. To protect state secrets.
I found when we're in super cruise looking for signals.
Yep.
If you're going like full speed, then when one pops up, it's usually like multiple light seconds away, and you have to slow down to get into it, and it takes a while for you to slow down to drop to, the slowest speed to drop in. But if you're going the slowest speed, 1 pip above 30 kilometers per second or whatever, then they pop up very close to you, and you can almost immediately drop into them. You don't have to wait as long. So the slower you go, the faster you can get into the...
Okay. Well, let's move on to round 2. We'll see if I can't get... if I can get 6 this time, up to 6 credit bonds this time, then I only need 1 more combat, and I'll have satisfied engineering requirements.
Well, grade 3 will give you, there's usually 2 or 3 Thargoids in it. A grade 4 may have anywhere from 4 to 6, and a grade 5 will have 8.
Well, I mean, I would have handled this better. I'm going to get better at it. I'm just getting used to the Anaconda still. It's a much bigger ship than I've ever flown before. I mean, the Type 9 is big, yes, but...
I remember. You sit so far back on the nose, too. It's really...
Yeah, you are sitting at the back, and it makes it very difficult to have a concept of situational awareness. Okay, so let's move on here. I'm going to... oh, for God's sake. Retract weapons. Weapons retracted. Engaging engines. 3, 2, 1. Jumping the ship. We are inside in-system jump.
Alright, I'm right behind you.
Okay, I'm monitoring. We're kind of headed gradually towards planet 3 of the system. There's one right there.
Yep.
There he is! Weapons fire detected. Threat 2. This is a human conflict. I'm not going to engage it.
Yeah, we don't need them.
No. We may be attacked by humans, though. If so, I might need your help getting out.
Alright.
We have a near threat. Oh, here's another one. Non-human signal source. Threat 7, it's too heavy.
Yep, that's probably Medusa or something.
That's too heavy. I'm not going that way. Okay, let's head towards this planet over here and see what it does. Planet 2. Oh, there's another one. I think the Thargoids love planets, so...
They're all over the place in this space.
Threat 8. Don't want any of that, thank you. I wonder how high the threat system goes. Like, what is a base ship? Threat 10?
I don't know. The highest I've seen is 8.
Yeah, well, it isn't as high as it's gonna go. Non-human.
For a higher one.
There's a threat 4 here. We'll take that one.
Alright.
Here we go. Targets. Okay. This fucker's done. One down. 2 more are on me. Caustic damage detected. Warning. That little fucker. Kill him! Ha-ha! Target obliterated. Final target. Those fighters are such a distraction.
So it was pretty quick, wasn't it?
What's that?
We got through those pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm getting better at. I'll develop a feel for this weapon configuration fairly quickly. Okay, so we are going to now go to our collector limpet.
Whoa.
I'm gonna have to do another repair limpet. I took the nice big class 5 repair limpets. They should be able to fix this ship. Anyway, these weapons I've got on the Anaconda, they really aren't a problem. Overall, I'd have to say I prefer fighting these things in the Python. If it's just these things. More repair.
Your little fighter ship is hard to see from the backside.
Yeah, it's...
Dark side of he disappears.
He's an annoying little son of a bitch. I mean, any NPC-controlled member is like... They try to get him, and they almost never succeed. And it's such a distraction for them.
I bet.
And they'll focus on that fighter too much. That one's done. The timer has expired.
I was collecting the Gargoyd Scout scans, and what I would do is I would go after one that was fighting another NPC ship, and since it's so busy fighting that ship, I could tail it and scan it faster than if it was just by itself. Because they get distracted by, you know, fighting other ships, so.
Yeah. Yeah, they're easily distracted, and it makes it kind of interesting. Oh, hang on. Got it. Okay, orders. Recall the fighter.
Okay, Commander. Fighter is on the way back.
The other thing I can do is I can have you take over one of the fighters. I have 2 fighters that launched at once. One human-controlled, one NPC-controlled. Or I can have 2 humans control the fighters.
Too bad the,
Did you just shoot at me?
no.
Well, something exploded.
I think your limpet died right next to you.
Oh. Well, we need another one.
Right below you right now.
What's that?
There's a collector limpet sitting right below you. Hey, one just slammed right into you, too.
Yep, one is repairing me. That's a repair limpet.
Let's see, earlier this evening, there was a ship with a small craft, you know, just the fighter coming out of it.
Yep.
And when he fit it, it was a type, I'm not sure if it was a type 9 or type 10, but when he opened up to reload, I tried flying my chieftain into the reloading bay just to see if I could do it.
No.
And I almost got in trouble for it because his little fighter kept trying to, like, get in around me, so he kept slamming into me, which didn't hurt my ship at all because I'm such a hull tank.
Yeah.
own ship until he was down to like 9%. And I was like, oops, I better get out of the way or he's going to kill himself and I'm going to get a bounty for it.
Yeah, yeah. Which is strange because the fighters are operated by a telepresence. It's not like he loses a crew member because of it. So why you'd get a... It's not murder.
It was NPC, it wasn't a person.
Yeah, but... I mean, they're still operated by telepresence. No one's going to actually be in a fighter in this universe. And so it would be... Well, it would be problematic.
Does it tell you a percent that each limpet will repair?
Nope.
I can see you're up to 86% now. I didn't. That one's done. It just released.
Yeah, but there's another one to take its place. And it will continue the repairs. Problem is, I don't like leaving this thing in less than optimum condition when I'm engaging in warfare, but it seems to not be repairing very many hull points at the moment.
You know, when you go to repair at the station, you know there's a integrity tab that's separate from the repair tab, right?
No, I didn't know that. I don't think I've ever noticed it.
Yeah, your ship's integrity can go down even though you're repairing it in the station, and you need to repair the integrity separate. So if you go into was it the advanced maintenance tab at the bottom?
Yeah.
You know, when you click on that, and then at the very top right, there's one for your integrity, and you have to click on that, and it'll repair your ship's integrity.
Oh, really? Okay. I don't know even what kind of alarm you'd get if your integrity dropped to like.
It doesn't. You just die faster. You unknowingly die faster. It's weird. There's nothing to tell you it's there.
So can I check my integrity out here?
It doesn't show it to you out here. Let me see. Let me look around.
It should, if it's relevant to combat.
There's no place where it shows.
No, it doesn't look like it. System status, finance, statistics, current ship defense. Oh, is your shield health, armor rating. It gives you thermal, kinetic, resistance, etc.
See, there's no place where it really shows.
I'm just looking through a list here.
There we go.
No. How many permits do you have? I've got like system permits. Do you have? I have like a dozen of them. I've permits to systems I've never ever been to before.
Oh, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 permits? I don't know. I've never been to these places.
I've only got 9 permits, but I don't know why in God's name. Like, some of them I don't know why I have them.
Yeah, I don't know either. I've never paid attention to.
I must have achieved something to get them, but...
Well, some of them are the engineer's permits, and some of them are like, you have a sole permit, right?
Yeah, of course. That was one of the first permits I got. I also have the Akinar permit and the Alios permit. So I have access to all 3 homeworlds of all 3 major powers.
Yeah. Some of them are like, a lot of them have to do with the Alios is an engineer's permit, serious permit.
Is it an engineer's permit? Because I think I got the Alios permit as a result of political...
Founders World permit.
Well, Founders World comes as a result of being elite. So right now I'm at 32% Tycoon. Once my trade rank goes to elite, it will likely be the first rank, I'm guessing, at this point. Unless I suddenly take an unplanned trip to Colonia, that's what's going to happen. Okay, so now I don't know if this repair limpet stays on if I jump to warp, but...
No, if you go to jump, he'll fall off.
Well, that's gay. Pardon me for saying so. I have a homosexual friend who says it's gay all the time. I'm not sure why. It's sort of derogatory in a way, but maybe it means something different gradually. I don't know. It's just as valid to say it's stupid. Actually, I haven't spoken to him in a while. He moved to Toronto from Saskatchewan, of all places. Do 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 do.
Collector limpet is still just hanging out right below you. Oh, it just died. Never mind.
Yeah.
He was there for a long time.
Oh yeah, you can set them, once you release them, they'll collect everything that you get them to collect. Oh, where's my list of bonds again?
Oh, and the left hand.
Oh yeah, transactions. So I need another 3 to reach the bond requirement. So probably next battle does it.
Yep.
And as long as this is taking, it's still better than going all the way back to the station. Okay, we're at 97% hull. That's enough. Okay. Jumping the ship.
Alright.
Try to find our final battle. A level 3 or level 4 conflict. Oh, I'm going too fast. Hang on. We're close to this planet. You know what the Thargoids have not done yet? They haven't actually attacked the planet's surface, to the best of my knowledge. So, if they do enter the solar system, I think the only real concern is what they're going to do to the bases there. I don't think they're going to attack Earth.
Well, I've seen pictures of them at planet surfaces, but I've never seen them, like, do any kind of attacks at the surface.
Threat 4. We're ready here. Engaging. Holy shit, man!
But they just pick you right off, don't they?
They're...
Got it, Commander. Deploying the ship. Multiple hostiles in this sector. Let's try not to get shot at. Fighter is
These AX missiles are pretty useless. They won't lock on. Oh, fuck! I'm using repair limpets on them. Like, that's not what I want to do.
I've done that before, and you want to know something? It will repair them.
I know. Makes it life a bit harder.
The decontamination methods work on them too.
Target destroyed. I just heard a loud noise that I don't like the sound of.
some hull damage here, Commander. Need to evade fire. Target destroyed. Scanning for more hostiles. Copy that. Guns on the offense.
Okay, so what do we got here? The story is 110,000 credits in bonds.
There we go. And you didn't even get damaged much this time.
What's that?
You didn't even get damaged much this time.
No. I'm not probably going to get damaged in this kind of fight anymore. The only reason I was avoiding the Class 5 is so we didn't have a Cyclops put in an appearance, but...
Oh, they don't come into Class 5. The Class 5, you're just going to get 8 Gargoyles Scouts. You just get more of them.
Well, I could probably take 8, I think. It'd be harder, but... We had 3 people in our wing the last time. Like 3 commanders. So... Hang on here. I'm just trying to maneuver to where I think I should go. Collector limpet. Cargo scoop opened.
Copy that. Plotting route for fighter recovery.
You can catch up. I'm talking to my fighter. Oh, there's 2 more over here. We'll go there. Just curious, in your VR, did you ever play Star Trek Bridge Commander?
No, I've never played that.
Pretty good, actually, I think. It's well written.
Do you see the little countdown timer underneath the thing you're collecting?
No.
If you look at the picture of it when you're collecting it, it'll be like right there underneath it. Mine says 12.
Oh, yeah, the percentage, yeah.
10. There you go. It's counting.
9, yeah.
Once
So
it's 0, then it'll disappear.
Ready to go, Commander.
It should 6, 5. It's going to be close. Or got it. Just in the nick of time.
So that was at 4%, and then went to 25%.
Yeah, we'll be okay with these ones.
23, 21, 22.
One's on its way back, 2's on its way back. 16% remain. No problem. These must have been the first kills that we had. Well, we lost the other one. So anyway, I want to thank you for helping me. It's getting late here. I do, while I technically am at the moment unemployed, I'm a contract worker, so I have to try to drum up business tomorrow. Wait.
Don't forget to look for your integrity tab to fix your integrity next time you go to that spaceport.
Yeah. I'll take a look at it. I don't think it's down that far, if at all. And it's not clear if the repair limpets fix it. Integrity is a measure of, like, how well your craft is held together, isn't it?
Yes.
Basically.
That's about it, yeah.
Okay, I'm headed back to Jacoby platform.
Alright. That's where I'm heading back to, too.
And I do really appreciate your assistance. Of course, you got some bonds out of it too. I don't know if you need them, but I do. Let's see if the engineers are any happier here. Jury Ishmak. 100 credits of bonds. I guess I have to cash the bonds in first.
You want to take those to whoever needs them. I wouldn't cash them someplace else. Take them to whoever's asking for them.
Oh, I see. See what happened? You got looped.
I got sucked back.
You got sucked back in, so I'm leaving now. I won't be sucked back because I haven't locked onto you. So now you can leave. But you cannot leave unless I let you. You leave when I say. That's not really very nice. Oh dear God. 10, 9, 8. Oh no, I've overshot again. Oh no.
So if I dump out at the right spot, will it suck me back into space, or will it bring you out with me?
No, it won't, because I haven't locked on to your nav lock.
But will it suck me back into Super Cruise then?
No, not if you jump out. Not if you go sublight. It's not like it's going to jump you back into hyperspace all of a sudden when you're docking with the station. Not that it matters anymore, because I'm also sublight. I can recover from overshots quickly. Haha.
Wow, it dumped me out 20 kilometers away.
Yeah, it does that. Your best bet is just to thrust her back in. It's one of the downsides. You can avoid it by just going to Jacoby Station instead of using the... Oh, no, it doesn't let you, that's right. Yeah, you got no choice. Unfortunately. I think you can probably get here fairly quickly. It looks like you're coming in nice and fast.
Yep. That's a nice thing about small ships, they're easy to dock.
Yeah. This one's a frickin' behemoth. Look at it. Just barely fits through the door. It casts this huge shadow on the space station. Has 4 decks. There's probably room aboard this ship for a crew of like at least 8, possibly as many as 20 in a pinch. I mean, there's hallways. I don't know what they're for, but if I can put passenger cabins in them. Well, that's my contribution to the war effort for now. I don't like fighting the Thargoids. I'm hoping that the scouts are automated craft. Basically with animal level intelligence and not sentient intelligence aboard.
So if you go to the service section, where where it says quick maintenance, and then you go below that, it says ship services. There's advanced maintenance at the bottom.
Oh, this is in the Starport Services window, yeah. Advanced maintenance.
And when you click that up, it brings repairs. There's a whole list of repairs there. At the very top, there's one that says ship's integrity.
Well, the topmost is paintwork.
No, above that, above health.
Above health. Oh, ship integrity. Oh, yeah, the little bastards, they hit it there. 93%.
You can click that and it'll repair itself. But that's the only way to repair that is by clicking that.
So you've taken too much corrosive damage, you're screwed.
Yep. So even if you hit repair all on the quick repair, that ship integrity does not get repaired until you come to this one spot.
Jesus, I didn't even know that. That's very useful information.
So you'll want to check all your ships, you know, especially ones that have done battle before. You may have integrity problems you didn't even know of.
Yeah, well, then the other one, my other warship is the Python, and it's right now it's in the Pleiades, and I'd have to jump my Diamondback Explorer, which jumps 52 light years per jump. I'd have to jump it 4 or 5 times to get to the area.
Now you know where to look. You'll be able to check that.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's my evening. So, thank you once again so much for all your help and information.
Sure.
Hopefully we'll get a chance to do this again in the future. If you're in need of my services, just ask. All right, take care. Have a good night. Okay, bye-bye. And that will be it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm at Yakobi platform in the HR 1276 star system, I believe. Sorry, HR 1257 star system. The bloody numbered systems. It is 4:55:30 Zulu on 29 May 3304. I'm your host, Commander Trium, reminding you once again to click in the video properties within YouTube where you see this video. There you'll find links to Commander Trium's blog site, as well as a further link to our Twitter feed where chronology of videos as they happen is maintained, along with other brief messages from Commander Trium on rare occasion. That said, well, I think that's it for tonight. You can also, of course, look at the YouTube site where I invite you to click subscribe or like on the videos. If you like this video, please indicate so. And by all means, if you're interested in being a subscriber, click subscribe with the button icon to advise you when live sessions begin, if you'd like to watch. With a note, and of course when media is posted, with a note to those of you who want to track my movements and communicate with me in-game using YouTube as not a preferred option, since text messages become voluminous inside the game interface when people log into YouTube and start text messaging me. I consider it a form of harassment, so unless your intention is to be unfriendly, please avoid doing so. And that's it for tonight. Thanks once again. This is Commander Trium, signing off.